I have one big fear: iguanas. Oh no, not the iguanas. In reality, though, I actually have one big fear when it comes to The Last of Us Season 2. Don't get me wrong, I like The Last of Us. Some could say I love The Last of Us. Some might say I even took The Last of Us to prom in high school. So, you know, we're pretty serious. It's a joke. I wouldn't. No. I mean, you and me, for sure. Yeah. No, I would. I'm joking. The Last of Us. No respect these days. Even The Last of Us 2, which a lot of people hate with all their guts, I am a fan of. I'm a defender of. By no means do I think it is a perfect game. It has tons of mistakes, but at the end of the day, I really like it. Top 10 game? No. Top 20 game? Probably not, but still enjoyable. And I enjoyed the first season of the HBO show pretty well enough. I think Pedro Pascal was a top-notch choice for Joel. The production was pretty great. Sure, could have used more clickers. They're in like one scene. But aside from that, I enjoyed it. A pretty good adaptation. And we have been getting some news coming out about The Last of Us Season 2 and how it's looking like it's going to be split into 2 different seasons and the next season coming out as early as next year. Which gives me one fundamental problem with the show. Something that I think even worked better in the game. Granted, still a fault of the game, that I think if done wrong could really hurt the whole next season and just the future of the show. Everyone watching this should know the basic story structure of The Last of Us 2. That's why you're here. The first half is the Ellie half, or as I like to call it, the good half. The second half is the Abby half, which, don't get me wrong, Abby is a fine enough character. By the end of the game did a good enough job of convincing me to like Abby to a certain extent. But Abby's friends are awful. They're horrendous. It's kind of a weird paradox the game has with itself, because in order for Ellie's half to hit as hard as it does, we have to absolutely loathe these guys. We have to hate these people like fat people hate vegetables. That's how much we have to hate these characters. Because that's what makes it cathartic. When we kill these guys, it's like, hell yeah, you killed Joel, so screw you, now you're dead. It's cathartic as hell. It's the best part of the game. But then the inverse of that is once we go to Abby's half, we hate everyone she's with. It's like, hi, I'm Abby's friend. Screw you. I don't like you. Remember when I killed you? That was the best. I wish I could do that again. That is why they bring in Lev and Lev's sibling, I forget, Yara, that's her name, right? That is why they bring in those siblings, because you need people that the audience can actually enjoy and actually care about and root for, and not just outside of the fact that when they die, we root for them. It's a hell yeah, you finally died again, let's go. And that's a big fear of mine with the next 2 seasons of The Last of Us show, because if they just adapt the first half of The Last of Us 2 game, I don't really know how well it's gonna go. Not because the Ellie half isn't gonna slap. The Ellie half is absolutely gonna slap, but the Abby half, that's really tough. Because from a standpoint alone of taking, you know, a 2-year gap in between seasons, it's like, okay, there's Ellie's half, and now we're gonna have to wait 2 years to get Abby's half of the story, and then we're gonna wait 2 more years or whatever to finish the show, or, you know, just finish it at the end. That hard contrast to a character who we don't like is going to be really tough, especially when the pacing's not so quick. We can play it back to back. Okay, we finished the Ellie half, now let's play the Abby half. We can get right into the story. It's gonna be so much harder when we pick the show back up and it's like, okay, Joel's dead, Ellie half done, let's see what's next. I have to spend all this time with the person that killed Joel. That's awful. Obviously, if you hear the story out, it will give you more reasons why Abby did that, but it's going to be hard for people, and I know modern audiences are going to have a hard time with that, because people have a hard time with that with the game. People don't like the game for that very reason. They don't like playing as Abby. They don't like spending time with the people that killed Joel, this beloved character. It's such a hard part of the story just to split up that really I don't think they have much of a choice between going back and forth between these characters, which then gets a little messy and can also kind of mess up the pacing of certain things. Because even if you fix a big part of the second game story in killing Joel so early, let's say we killed Joel in like the 2nd or 3rd episode, it's a lot of just sitting around and waiting. Sure, you can make up stuff. Sure, we can see Ellie and Joel go on a few runs, a few things like that, a few scouting missions. But Abby is virtually useless until Joel dies. And then the story really wouldn't get kicked off until the 3rd episode. So I'm conflicted. I think we should be doing some more flashbacks and things like that with Joel, because that's what people want. That's what people are excited for. Again, another huge highlight from the 2nd game. And balancing all 3 of those things, the Ellie half, the flashbacks, and the Abby half, it's going to be incredibly difficult. I have no idea how they're going to do it, but I hope they pull it off. I hope this is the best season of TV ever, because I wish that for every TV show, because good content makes me happy. Regardless though, what do you think? A little bit of a longer video today. I had a lot of thoughts on that. Last of Us 2, let's talk about it. What do you think? Are you nervous for the show? Do you not even want it? Are you not going to watch it because you hate the game? And if you do, that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. Thanks so much for watching. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I might have hit it already, depending on what day it is. But even then, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. You're the best. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you.